All right, what is up, everybody? Keith Jameson, Go Big Guy 231 across the DFS industry. We're going for a first here. See the face back there? So we got two kids in the car. One kid being entertained by Spirit Rangers, the other one hopefully napping. And we're going to break down the two-game Sunday slate on DraftKings. Quick reminder, if like this intro didn't scare you off, yeah, look at him, the star of the show back here. But if that did not scare you off, quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment. I am getting a preview up for every single slate, regardless of my day, of my situation. Yeah, he's asleep. Anyhow, quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment. It really does help. Let's just jump right in the slate. First game, France and Poland. Let me just kind of start with Poland because I'm not going to talk about them much because I'm not impressed by Poland at all. I think they're going to sit very defensively. Hopefully just allow France to kind of come to them and play on the counter. The interesting thing about this game in tactically is that France is not a team that likes to be in possession a lot. They're more concerned about keeping their own shape and actually, a lot of times doing a lot of their damage on the counter. So it'll be interesting to see who takes more possession. I just think from a pure skill level, France is just so far ahead of Poland. That from the Polish side, there's only one guy I'm interested in. That's Peter Zielinski. He's been taking almost all the set pieces for them this tournament. He's only 4,800. I think that's a really good cash play. And GPPs, though, might be something you can get off of because, yes, he has upside if he scores or gets an assist. I don't see a clean route to that on this day. In my opinion, this is like a 2-0 type of France game. So if you don't necessarily like Poland, locking up 4,800 in him, when there's a lot of underpriced players, I think it's tough. And then Lewandowski for GPP is fine. Like, I think Lewandowski suits really well in okay, I'm going to script 1-0 Poland. Lewandowski scores the goal. And, I play the goalie. I play Szczesny, who's been by far the best player, right? So I think that's very viable. And you could even do Zielinski at that point. That'll be very GPP, very contrarian, probably lower ownership. So I don't mind that at all. Let's go to France. Mbappe and Griezmann are locks. They split set pieces. Mbappe has been probably player of the tournament right now. When he's been in, he's just kind of been untouchable and just getting, chances galore and creating other chances. Same with Griezmann. I heard somebody I got a preview talk about the Griezmann renaissance. Well, what's funny is as soon as he got that official transfer out of Barcelona, he's actually been really good for Madrid, and now he's been really good for France, where he's always good. So I think those two just fill up your forward spots in cash, get great floors, get the upside. I think that's just cake. Then I think the biggest decision from there is, are you going to play Theo Hernandez, who, since brother Lucas is out, Theo Hernandez is who. If you didn't know this already, Theo Hernandez is one of the best attacking left backs in the entire world, playing for Milan. He takes an occasional set piece from Milan, but he's just very threatening in the box, and he's been doing the same thing for France. He's under 6K, so I think he's very viable. The chalk will be like the English fullbacks because they have set pieces. But with France as a minus, I forgot to mention, France as a minus 400 favorite. I think just playing Theo, Griezmann, and Mbappe, and just going from there makes a ton of sense. GPP to get off the ownership. Griezmann and Mbappe are going to be the most popular players on the slate, in my opinion, or they should be. Going Dembele or Giroud over one of them or over both, or that being your combo. France wins 1-0. It's a Dembele goal. It's a Giroud goal from Dembele. Play Lloris type of thing. That would be contrarian in a way to differentiate yourself in a 2-game slate. Not interested really in anybody else in France. Rabiot is too expensive for what he does. He's fine for GPP. Pavard doesn't get forward. And then, of course, you can play Lloris. That's just fine. Let's go to the other game. England and Senegal. From the English side of things, expect Trippier back. So I think it'll be a back four with Tripp at right back, Shaw at left back. And then the only other change I really expect, I should say this, I think Saka comes back in at right wing. And then we see most likely Marcus Rashford, and for struggling Raheem Sterling at left wing. Kane through the middle. Kane's really cheap, 8,000 or 8,100. That's going to be one of the cheapest we see Kane. I think he'll be pretty highly owned. I would expect him to be owned. I think people are going to pick two of Mbappe, Griezmann, and Kane in most high stakes, double ups, things of that nature. I think the correct answer is Mbappe and Griezmann, but I can see the case for Kane because of the price. Trippier on majority of sets, it's been him and Shaw. I think you can play them both. Senegal is without Idrissa Gueye, one of their best midfielders. England should dominate possession. I think Senegal is very likely to kind of let them come to them and play on the counter. And they have some great counterattackers, right? Ismail Assar has been one of the better players in the tournament. He is one of the fastest, most physical guys. So I think that's the way that Senegal is going to try to win, is use their speed on the counter, and just kind of let England, similar to what the U.S. did, right? U.S. kept shape, let England just pass the ball around a ton, and really were never threatened until the very end. I think that's the same thing that Senegal is likely going to try to do here. Hopefully, Gareth Southgate comes out of his shell a little bit, lets the fullbacks toss in some. When you have a guy like Kane who's very good in the air, even Rashford, a bigger type of guy, like I don't really see why, and Shaw and Trippier are very, very capable crossers. Like Trippier is one of the best set takers and one of the best crossers of the ball in the EPL, so just kind of letting him loose a little bit. We'll see what happens. It's just not Southgate's MO, like at all. Southgate's MO is boring. So we'll see, but I think a cash core is something like Griezmann, Mbappe, and Trippier is going to be how most people start. I guess from English side of things, just know all the attackers don't really have floors. This is not the Saka at Arsenal. Saka, really is just going to get his floors from shots and fouls drawn, not really from crosses. Same deal with Rashford. It's going to come from goals and fouls drawn and then shots. So if you're saying, okay, I'm going to play Saka for his floor or Rashford for his floor, the only four forward plays in terms of crosses and those types like shots assisted, the more traditional cash games, DFS soccer floors, it's Mbappe and Griezmann. That's the two forwards. Jude Bellingham and GPP for England is fine. I'm not crazy about England. You can't tell from my tone. I think it could be very well. You have the salary if you don't play like two high-priced fullbacks to play Griezmann, Mbappe, and Kane. I think that's very viable and something that I'm going to be toying with. And just playing one of the fullbacks, you can make it work, pay down a goalie, and it all fits. Let's just go to Senegal real quick. So Idrissa Gueye, who's been taking at least half their set pieces, he's been splitting with Jacobs, their left back. He's suspended. It's not on DraftKings, but he's suspended for yellow card accumulation. In his absence, Papa Gueye has been took two set pieces. Diatta took one. I would assume, based on 2-1, Papa Gueye, but it could be Diatta. What I do know is that Jacobs will take at least half of them. I believe he's like 42 or 4,400. I think he's very in play. I will say, I think picking your Senegal or your Poland pieces is going to be a lot about how the game flows out. If both England and France go up 1 or 2 goals early, both Southgate and Deschamps are conservative coaches, and they're going to retreat into a shell. And at that point, guys on Senegal or Poland will actually get DFS value. But if it's 0-0 in the 70th minute, I'm really worried that we're not getting much out of the dogs at all. So, that's why I still think that you lean towards, cheap pieces. That's why I can't really play Sarr here. I just think he's too expensive. I would love to, but 6,200 just doesn't fit builds to take, a plus 500 dog. But, in GPP, I could definitely see it. I think that's kind of all I have to say about it. I hope that the thought process was there. I'm not going to lie. Doing the preview with the kid in the car and an iPad going, I hope that the audio comes through well on this. It's literally my only shot today to do it. I hope it comes well, and I hope that this helps. Looking forward to a few more games. I'm not going to lie. Looking forward to whatever the next built-in break is. It's been a grind to get these out, but I really do hope that everybody's been watching them is getting value from them. If you are, again, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate it, and I truly do appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. With that, I'll say, see you.